Welcome, everyone, to a new episode of Baldie Locs. For those who are in the comment section wondering which one is Baldie and which one is Locs, just know the one who has the jewelry on and don't have rocks. Try to find a rhyme with that. Oh, you do have a little brother. So you big sis Chris.
Hey folks, I'm Twilla Amin.
I'm Dion Lack.
Today we're gonna be doing Baldie Locs stuff.
Yeah.
Baldie Locs Podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, because last week we talked about like the top 10 worst cereals to eat.
Okay.
And then we posted that little sample.
And it did some numbers.
It did some numbers. People were upset.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People do not like knowing
Their favorite cereal is trash.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. And for that, I don't apologize, because we'll be doing more of that.
We gotta be healthy, yo.
And that's not even on just like our personal journeys. It's just like, I really do feel like in the food industry, they just be like, hey, eat this.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
Fat, don't worry about it. Don't worry
Right.
about it. You can read it on the box. Sugar, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Then you go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, what have you been eating?
Right. Oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. More salt, more butter, more cheese, more salt, more sugar, more butter, more bread is the recipe for problems.
For all the good stuff. For
Yep.
all the good food. Mm-hmm. I would like to pat myself on the back today.
Talk about it.
I went to Sidecar Donut before
For those
I came
who don't
here.
know what Sidecar Donut is.
Sidecar Donut is a premier donut location located here in Los Angeles. I don't know if they have locations other places, but their donuts are delicious. But I didn't go for donuts. I went for coffee, and they offered me donuts 3 times.
For free.
Once was a sample, and I said, no, I cannot do that. Like, I said no so many times that finally the woman who was fixing my coffee was like, hey, she doesn't want a donut. She's doing really good right now. And I was like, thank you. Thank you.
Sidecar Donut.
Man, delicious. So that's
Where's Sidecar Donut at?
on Fairfax, right by the Beverly Center. You know what Trader Joe's is and Mendo? It's on that, right in that same complex.
Yep.
And I won.
You won.
Want to do it?
Did you see the thing what happened with Tony Baker?
Yo. Who needs friends?
Right. That's crazy.
Who needs friends? If you don't know what we're talking about, if you don't follow Tony Baker or Kev on Stage or that chick Angel, was Josh in it on it too? Tony, y'all need to follow them. But I guess Tony's been on his Eat Right and haven't had sweets since January. What?
Crazy.
And, that's a hard journey.
Absolutely.
So his friends who are just like,
Well, he's lying. He had, I don't know if it's sweet, but he definitely had French toast like 2 weeks ago.
Dang, not blowing up his spot.
Well, he posted it.
He blew up his spot.
He posted it. He said, today, I'm getting me some biscuits. Today, I'm going to get me some French toast. He posted it. It wasn't like I'm telling him.
Oh. Well.
Sure.
Well, he's being good. And as a prank, if this is what y'all call funny, his friends sent him crumble cookies.
Yeah.
Cheesecakes from the Cheesecake Factory.
Yes.
Some biscuits.
Biscuits.
And a bunch of other
things, yo. Diabolical. I would have made excuses for free food. I would have been like, man, I think we should throw a party. Hey, anybody want to come over to do a game night?
He did good. He dropped it off at a food pantry, and then took the cookies over to like the Laugh Factory. He did good.
Right.
I would have been back in. I would have. What's it called? Like when you
relapse.
Yeah, I would have relapsed. I would have relapsed for sure.
Yep.
I would have been in rehab today.
Yep. I came into his live just to see what's up. I was like, what is happening? He was like, Dion, like, come up here. Come up here now. Get this dessert. Come get this. Oh, what is happening? Oh, so lost. What's happening? Dion, come. I was like, man, this is a trap. Because him and I just had a conversation about eating right. I was like, this is a trap. What is happening here?
You did good. You didn't go.
First of all,
I didn't think you would go.
Tony is an hour away. If it was next door, it would have been a problem.
That's funny.
Tony's an hour away.
You said if it was next door, it wasn't just your strong will, it was the distance.
It was like, I'm not driving an hour for some free desserts.
That's funny. That's so funny.
I would have made excuses. I would have eaten it all myself, but I would have definitely had an impromptu game night. And just be like, hey.
What time was this? What type of game night?
Not
the same night?
No, it was not the same night. It was like,
hey, everyone come over.
Maybe Thursday or Wednesday or something like that.
But you would have dabbled before that.
No, I would have enjoyed watching people enjoy it. Maybe.
Okay, I know you. I know me.
I would have been looking at it. I mean, it's good.
Just do a little slice.
Convince me it's incredible.
No, I'm saying like before the game night happened, you would have had to get into the game night. So like waiting for the people, so it's what, a full 12, 24 hours for people to come over. You would have partaken in something.
No.
Dion, like, you can't convince me.
Listen. When we had the Super Bowl party, I didn't eat bad until everyone started leaving.
Dion, you were taking stuff before.
No. What, the candy?
Yes.
Oh.
I was like, I was there. That's my ears. Apologize.
I apologize.
Yeah, so we're going to get straight into the top 10 list for this week.
Right.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
So today, we're going to ask... Oh, no, where'd it go?
Ask me.
I'm going to ask you... I'm really upset. I think my window went. I have to pull it back up. What are...
Well, I can just waste
You want me to wait?
Yeah, I can waste time and talk to him. But also, say it with an intro voice.
With the intro voice.
Say it. So it will be the title of the video. So,
okay.
You know? Okay.
No, I'm still pulling it up.
Yeah. Big Sis Chris said Kev and that chick Angel were talking about, since they can't lose weight, they were trying to sabotage Tony so he can fail.
Friends or foes?
Moyo's up in this thing.
Hey, Moyo.
Lady B is up in this thing.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Today, we're going to do the top 10 most popular snacks in the U.S.
So we're going this direction. Top 10 most popular.
What are the top 10 most popular snacks?
Top 10 most popular snacks in the world?
In
or
America.
United States? In America. Top 10 most popular snacks in the United States. Oreos 100% number one.
No. It's on the list.
Oreos on the list. I know for sure.
It's on the list.
Twinkies.
No, sir. No Twinkies.
Oatmeal pies.
Little Debbie is not on there.
No Little Debbie.
Not on the top 10.
Chips Ahoy.
No.
Ritz crackers. Cheez-Its. You were laughing.
Close. Cheez-Its is close, but no.
Oh, are we talking about candy as well?
Candy's included.
Oh, what? Sure. Shit. Snickers.
Nope.
Reese Cups.
Yes, that's number 2. Reese's Cups are number 2.
All right. Skittles.
No Skittles. Although there was a list for top 10 snacks in each state, and Skittles was on that top 10 list for California.
That's so random.
It's random.
We're gonna go with M&M's, peanuts.
One would think.
Wow.
One would think.
Klondike bar.
Nope.
Drumsticks.
Nah.
Microwave popcorn.
Nope. Big Sis Chris might have said one. If you
Top ramen.
snacks,
That's not a snack.
people consider that a meal.
Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Doritos.
Cheetos is number 10. Doritos is not on this list, but
Lay's.
I've seen some conflicts.
Pringles.
Nope. Do you want me to help?
Somebody said Boston baked beans is nuts.
That's nasty. I hate those things.
Oh boy.
Hate those things.
Low pops.
No.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Number 10 on the list, Cheetos. We named that. Number 9, Oreos.
That's crazy.
Number 8, and I question this, Fritos.
Plain or
Plain
chili
Fritos. Plain Fritos. Number 7, Trail Mix. Number 6, Tostitos.
Really?
I mean, chips and salsa go a long way.
Yes.
I can see that on the top 10.
Right, but you need to. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You gotta have them two together.
Together, you can't just have it by
You can't
itself.
have Tostados.
Number 5, Goldfish. So I said
Children.
And so I was like,
Children.
Cheez-Its is close. Cheez-Its is close.
Children. Yep. Daggone children. Hold on. If you're doing that, we could say Cheerios. Right? If people
Not
got
on the
kids.
list.
Okay.
But that's fair. That's fair. You tried it. Number 4. I question this also. Almond Joy.
Wow.
Number 3. Chex Mix.
You just said that.
No.
She said trail mix.
Yes. Number 2. Reese's Cups. And number 1. Kettle Chips.
I don't even know what that is.
Please.
Oh.
Kettle
Really?
Chips. Really?
People think that's healthy?
Probably. I think people think it's healthier than your regular Lay's. It's all in branding. I saw a whole video yesterday. This person posted, it was like a Reese's Pro Bar. And the way he was describing it was like, this has, like peanut butter is a great source of protein. And this one has the protein and less chocolate. And this is an ideal snack for after your workout. And he was going through all like the macros that's included in this. And I was like, that's interesting. A Reese's cup, but a protein. I guess that's good marketing. And the package, Reese's Pro, it looked perfect. And then he was like, I'm lying. Everything I just stated is true for the big size Reese's cup. The king size cup.
Wow.
And he was like, that's the amount of protein and that's the amount, like it's all the same. He said, I didn't lie. He was like, but this is just how snack companies rebrand to make you think that something might be healthier than it is.
Right. Brilliant.
And so and it was just the packaging was white. It said Reese's in the regular Reese's font and it had Pro Plus. And that made us think that it was
healthier.
Yep. And
Same exact thing.
Yeah.
You know I need y'all to not. Please don't judge me when I'm about to say this.
We are.
Please don't judge me.
Okay.
When
Oh gosh.
you go to the grocery store, I'm talking like within past 2-3 years. You go to the grocery store and you shop for meat, and they had that price on there. I thought it was that price.
Wait, you didn't know it's the price per pound? Okay.
But I never just go to the store to buy meat, so I'm never thinking about like. What? Wait, I thought this was $2.24. Because I'm always buying a bunch of other stuff when it comes to like meat. So I never looked at my receipt, and I know it's not like, you got money then. No, I just never actually compared the rate of pound versus how much I saw it was. But yeah, they definitely got me, and I was like, hey, man, wait a second.
When did you notice this?
When I just read it.
Reading. That's why people say reading is fundamental.
Just read it. I was like, no. I saw somebody weigh it. And I was like,
why are we weighing our meat?
yeah. Because I know they had different rates. My mom used to always get the cheapest meat. It'd be like this was $2.75.
Wow.
This is $3.24, and she always tried to find the cheapest one. So I always thought like, oh, find the cheapest one, and that's how much it'll cost.
They got you.
Yeah, definitely.
They got you.
Definitely.
Yeah. So this whole time you're like, meat's not that expensive. Why y'all complaining?
Y'all tripping, yo? But I mean, I know the rate can go up according to the pound, but I never knew that they would say $2.24 a pound, but it's like 9 pounds. You were like, why is this chicken $30?
Now I could see that at Costco because I feel like their labeling is different. Like, I think at one time, I think Costco almost got me because I was like, I'm sorry, how much did you say this was for? Because it was already high per pound. Or high, so I thought this was the total price and not the per pound or per package or whatever that price was. So I could see that, but traditionally, yeah.
Because my mom used to buy meat. Donnie's bought meat. I'd never bought it until my on my own. So I just never. Sometimes
always had somebody shopping for you.
Always had somebody shopping for me.
Must be nice.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. Nice. That's what it says. Up to about like 3 years ago, it was just like, my mom, Donnie, they both love shopping, and the times they were like, "Could you go to the store and buy this?" I was like, "Yeah, cool."
Wow.
But I never like, let me just check the rate.
Yep.
Hey man, Anderson said, "Shut up."
So your mom never sent you with
her money.
With her, but if she just said, "Go buy this chicken." You never looked at the price of the chicken?
Yes, but I made sure I got the cheapest in that pack.
Right. So if it was like $2.74 and you gave a $20, you never questioned not getting 17 and some change back.
It was a bunch of stuff. It wasn't never, like I said, never was just the chicken.
Man.
It was like I'm getting like rice and chopped liver and onions. So I was getting a bunch of stuff. So I just thought all the other stuff was adding up to it.
Got you.
Yep. Honestly, we got to tip our hats off to the people who actually does the math in their head when they're buying groceries. I seen this woman like a week ago at Smart & Final. When I tell you she had exact change, I don't know if she was adding up in her head or she had a calculator. She made it to Smart & Final, and she had a little small basket worth of stuff. And when I tell you the price came up to $19.94, and she gave that woman a 20, and she had no hesitation of like, this is gonna be more than that. Maybe it was going to be, it could be less, but the 20 was gonna be a thing. But she was like, I know this is not gonna be over 20. So yeah, I commend people who actually are,
You ain't never been broke, huh?
Huh?
You ain't never been broke, huh?
People who are exact change, I was like, take this off. So if I don't have it, I was like, take it off.
I remember, especially like in my early LA years, having to like be like, I only have $25. So therefore, I need to make sure what I'm putting in the basket
is less than this. Right.
So I'm doing that math. It's definitely been a time where I was like, oh, this came a little over. Please take that off.
Right.
But for the most part, and let's say RIP to the 99-cent store while we're at it. Because that was the source of my groceries back in the day.
Yeah.
Because I did know that if I only had $25,
I can go crazy.
I could go crazy.
Yeah.
In that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. That's why I said you ain't never been broke, huh? Because that was piecing it all together.
Yeah.
And I need this to last a week.
Right.
And then the McDonald's value menu is not what it used to be.
No way, Jose.
Because sometimes it was cheaper to actually just go to McDonald's versus getting groceries.
Groceries, yeah. Just get that $1.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time at Taco Bell they had a $79, $89, and $99.
I remember that.
Value meal.
I remember that.
Let me get 3 of those $79 roll up Tostitos, and I'd be good to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smart and Final is a grocery store out here.
Yeah. Speaking of, I meant to tell you this. Smart and Final. I heard on LA in a Minute. Those are the last names of the actual.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now.
Last name Final was crazy.
Store founders.
I hate it. It's so perfect.
Jim Smart and Mr. Hildane Final introduced the first grocery warehouse in Los Angeles. It was the first grocery store in LA, and it was founded on over 152 years ago. And their last names were Smart and Final.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. That is a perfect grocery store
I
name.
meant to tell you that like a couple weeks ago when I was like, oh.
That is perfect. I get Smart because there's a basketball player last name Smart.
Yeah.
But I've never heard last name Final before.
Right.
Yeah. It has to be a name change. That is too perfect. Like we should
Mr.
combine
Hildane
Smart
Final.
and Final.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna make a very wise decision, and we're not going to be indecisive.
This is Smart.
Yeah.
And it is Final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta keep that going after a while. You can't let that go under, because
That's like you telling people my last name is Toast.
I be telling people that hey yo, let me tell y'all this, yo. I be people. People be asking me, where did you get the name Lacktoast from? And I always like, my last name is Lack, and then my business partner's last name is Toast. And they always like, wow, that's perfect. I was like,
And as a person who loves her last name, I was like, Dion, don't tell people that.
yeah.
Don't do that.
So, I mean, when Twirls is around, I let her nickname is Toast. And I never called her Toast before, ever.
But you know what's funny? So, on Zoom, one of the Zoom accounts I log on says Lacktoast. And so I hopped on a couple years ago for a job, and it said Lacktoast. And they're like, oh, what's that? Then I have to explain, like, oh, that's my business. Oh, what does it mean? That's a hilarious name or whatever. Mm-hmm. Where'd y'all come up with that? And I just went with my business partner calls me Toast. So now I have like cute little images of like toast. Yeah. But now, like, I have one in my frame in my office. Somebody gave me, it's like, oh, and I was on a food show. So it was just like, that's perfect. We're going to call you Toast. So I have a picture of a toast, and then my sign on my door had my name and so a picture of toast. Yeah. And I was like, Dion has got his way.
You did it.
Dion has got, and the people come in my office, oh, that's a cute little piece of toast. Look at that.
Yeah, that's lovely. A lovely story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it I don't know why. I mean, jokingly, obviously, is a play off of words of actual lactose. Lactose. I'm sorry.
Because we used to be the milk.
Yeah.
Was it like the milk in a martini glass?
Yeah. It's obviously a play off of lactose. But yeah, I did not want to not include Twilla, so I was like, I gotta figure out a way to include her into this idea. So yeah, she's the one who making the black bread, bringing in the.
Listen, I found my production notebook from film school, and it says Tayamine Productions. Mm-hmm. All my stuff before I met Dion was Tayamine, and then there was another friend that we were going to go into do production with, and we were like, whenever we do productions together, it would be called Defiant Baby. Mm-hmm. So I had names, and then when Dion was coming up with names, I was just like, I guess.
That sounds fun.
That's cute. Yeah. All right, we could do that.
Yeah, lactose. Yeah, and it's funny because people out here in the streets, people be like, "Hey, Lactose, what up?" Remember when we first met Kev?
Yeah.
See, I know who you are, Mr. Lacktoast Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm associated with you. for a lot.
A lot.
You know, no pressure. That means you have to like never slip up in life. You know, you can't be like one of those like
you gonna Diddy me?
Yeah, you can't be Diddy. You can't say like those wrong things and get canceled.
Yeah.
Because that impacts me.
So you are in business with Dion. Like, so how does it feel that you are?
I told him this on our podcast years ago. I will be like, whatever he say, he did.
He did that.
I had nothing to do. And I am distancing myself from him as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's so wrong. But I get it.
See, I was going to use that, but Tony used the bread loaf. Yeah. Tony used bread? Is that Tony's emojis? Bread? The biscuits? The milk and toast?
Milk toast? You know milk toast is a thing?
Ah, yes, the bakery.
Yeah.
What's up?
People really getting into this WNBA draft, and I like it.
What?
WNBA. Like have you seen of course I'm on Black Twitter threads, IG for everything, but the men posting like, when I get flued out.
I want to be part of that too.
It's so hilarious. So if you're not following it, of course, you know, women's basketball got so much love this year. The finals had more viewership than the men's finals. That's what's up for ladies college basketball. So then the drafts happened just this week with Caitlin Clark going as number 1 in the draft. And people are into it and really supporting, and I love it, and I hope this movement never dies. But men are talking about like, when Caitlin asked me what I'm doing or to fly out this weekend, and just seeing like that role reversal, just it being so funny. Yeah. Me on Basketball Wives when the side dude shows up. Like the energy is so great, and I'm so there for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also bringing attention to like WNBA, but also like the fact that there's not a lot of money in WNBA.
Right.
So Caitlin Clark was the first draft pick this year. And her starting salary is $76,535.
That's her money, but it's actually a little higher. But the taxes,
after taxes and all
agent, manager, yeah. So yeah,
but
that's just WNBA. But she's gonna get so much more money for endorsements,
right? But that just also speaks that like the WNBA has all this amazing talent that we got to see play in college, and the viewership's not there, the demand's not there. People aren't going to those sporting events at the same rate that we support, or the money that was behind NBA isn't there for WNBA. And so like calling out this attention, like, yeah, we can get mad, but like, okay, let's go buy some season tickets to the Sparks. I'm talking to myself to support these ladies.
Right.
And so that there can be more support and viewership, because not everybody's going to get those huge endorsements. That's not going to happen for everybody. And even if you're a bench player in the NBA, you're making way more.
Yeah, more than them. All of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they need to get more athletic or they need to lower the rims, because dunking plays a huge role.
Yeah, I saw somebody mention that, like, keeping in mind, because it's not to say women can't dunk, but keeping in mind, like, the ball is already smaller and, like, the three-point line is a little bit closer already. So that's just a little bit more in fairness. And if they weren't having the expectation of dunking on the same height as the men, then, yeah, it would be a little bit more entertaining, if you want to put that entertainment value into women's sports.
Because, I mean, just by nature, I'm not saying all women are, but men are a lot more aggressive, like to throwing bows and, you know, beating down, and like you can see how like gentler
More gentle.
Sure. They are when it comes to like actually being physical with each other.
But I think that's expectations.
I mean, it was a male sport first.
Right, but I'm saying like when a woman roughhouses or even shows passion on the court, you'll hear like, "Hey, be more sportsmanlike." Like
To
you
who?
get,
Who
like
says that?
you get that
the referee?
from you. I think that's like the expectation from like I won't say audience, but you get that from like people on TV, like the commentators. This is 100% real. I'm not making this.
Yeah. So what?
But I'm saying like,
It's not
or
illegal.
like the coaches, it's not. But I'm just saying like, there's a general ruling or feeling around how women should play and present in sports.
Mm-hmm.
And so to speak like, yeah, those ladies could absolutely be just as aggressive, and maybe attitude will change to allow it to be that.
Yeah.
I'm online looking for like, how much are these?
Because essentially, men are much faster, much stronger. Because if it wasn't a thing, they would have had gender neutral swimming for the Olympics.
Right.
You know, I don't know how to fix it. Maybe they should combine the WNBA with the NBA. They have to have 5 women, 5 girls,
Or like
5 men and 5 girls.
Title IX, like you have to have to make it like, I mean, not the same thing, but
I don't know. Don't do that because men would just go crazy.
how?
They just keep pushing. What is it? Boxing out. It's like there's no way a 7-11 man's going to, not dunk on this. It's easy work.
Foul them at the ankles, ladies.
I was like, there's no way to fix this.
Foul them at the ankles.
I think the WNBA and the NBA are tied together. I think they should figure out a way to break apart like different entities. They're different leagues, but they're still attached like a subsidiary.
Yeah.
And I think they can possibly get some more endorsements.
Kind of how like they have like the G League. And,
Right. It's different, whole different money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they only got like $600 million in the WNBA
Wow.
to use as to pay for their the budget for their players.
Right.
And most of their stuff comes from endorsements. Candace makes more money with endorsements than she does from the WNBA.
Yeah.
And she's a 3-time championship winner.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, man, sadly. But, it's just like before Magic and Bird came to the league. Remember the first season of Winning Time?
Say it.
Winning Time. Yeah, that during that time the NBA was falling apart, and this little rivalry helped the NBA get more eyes on it.
Right.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they need to do to jumpstart this. But yeah, I definitely followed at least like 10 girls from the college. Like, man, I'm actually enjoying watching this. Just seeing that one team's undefeated, and the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Juju Watson. You started kind of following them, and then just because those 2 big names were in the in the college realm, we started kind of like fall in love with their players as well.
I'm gonna say this ticket portal ain't as friendly. I'm gonna have to come back to that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So Moyo saying Serena caught so much awful for being a little aggressive, not even as bad as the men, so that's no fair. And then Spicy pointed out that they tried to tear Angel Reese up about bringing some fire onto the court. And they really give people a hard time.
Women are gentler.
That's what they want. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's the
don't
criticism.
Be so hard.
That's the criticism.
That sucks, man.
But yeah, and when Angel plays with heart, even when Caitlyn plays with heart, like people are like,
calm down.
Calm down. Be a lady.
What sucks is, I don't know if it is a long-term effect, if you get elbowed in the breast, what can happen?
Yeah.
Versus a man getting elbowed, I'm certain that it's like, yo, this is life-threatening. Not life-threatening, but like more of a long-term situation. So maybe they was like, hey, we got a lot more parts that can be and the fact that women can like, hey, I'm pregnant. This whole season is over.
Right. I think it's less. I honestly, 100,000% believe that is not that, and more so gender roles that play that part and expectation. Like, I don't think, because there's so many rules and stuff within this country that's not for the protection of a woman, that I don't think that was the thought behind it. I think it's really just like, oh, women are gentle, they can't handle it, or nobody wants to see an aggressive woman. We still want our women to be women and ladylike and that sort of thing. And I think that's the difference.
Dion, please listen to Tech 9. Hope for higher power, respect.
Hope for higher power, respect.
Okay.
Man got hit in the groin, and that could be damaging.
Yeah.
Yep.
He got kicked in the groin by Draymond Green.
So, speaking of sports, I have two thoughts, but I'm going to go with this first one, have you ever heard of, are you familiar with esports?
Esports, yes.
Yes. So, we know video gaming is crazy, but I didn't realize to what level of crazy it is. Like, you have like clubs, and you have like clubs that manages several teams, and these teams are experts at different games. And then there's like esports arenas where people can come and watch all these teams play.
Okay.
And that's bringing in money. And then you also have in Brazil, esports bars. So people are coming to, and they're making crazy money. Like, people come to the bars, like you would go to a sports bar just to watch a game, get some drinks with your friends. They're coming out to the esports world. And like, there are so many multimillionaires that come from this world. And I'm just sitting here like,
they get paid more than WNBA.
They get paid more than WNBA. And also, like, growing up, you're told that playing video games was not, you're a loser. You shouldn't play video games. You're wasting time. And now these guys are like millionaires.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't say millionaires.
There's a lot of millionaires from it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just know their games are so far in between. They're not playing, weekly. It can make up to. They're not, and a lot of these people are not making it, every single, game they play. It might be like, $25,000 here, $500,000 here. They can make up to, and then they still got agents and managers and stuff. They got to split that stuff.
Right.
Too.
There's this guy, John Suntine. He's the highest earning esport player worldwide. And he has earned over $7 million throughout his career, with his highest payday being earned by competing in Dota 2 in 2019. And there was like this crazy mansion I saw I don't know if it's his place, but in Spain, and it was like crazy.
You know what sucks is like, what if you just wasn't good enough?
Just wasn't
good enough. As in, like, trust me, Mom, I'm really good at this. Like, I'm really good at this game. But you didn't make it to the playoffs because you just lost his last game.
Right.
And it's like, you're not good. And I go back to school like, Mom, trust me. The controller slipped out of my hand. And he won.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm good. You're going to school. I'm not supporting this again. And it's like, it's so hard to convince your parent
You
that
failing out of school because you over here practicing all day.
Right. Like, trust me, I'm really good at this.
Right.
But you getting anxiety, your hands getting sweaty, and it slips out. And the guy runs on for the touchdown. Gosh, dude, that was
What's it you telling me, or somebody is telling me, like, I've never, like, dived into this deeply, but, like, you have, when we talking about NBA having different leagues, some NBA teams have esports teams. Was that you telling me? Somebody was telling me about, like, NBA leagues having
their own little gaming league?
Yeah.
No. I don't know about that. But it is wild to, it is... I kind of feel like that'd be gambling, is it?
It's an NBA 2K league.
Do you play your own self? Do you play your team?
The league was announced in 2017. There are 22 NBA teams that have teams, with a few independent teams also.
And if you get traded, do you got to get traded? So is it is it the whole team, or is this one player playing for?
Oh, that's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? Because he said it's a league. And it's like, because like, let's just say if Paul George playing for the Clippers, is he playing for the Clippers, or if it's like, oh man, I get traded now, I have to, go to the Nuggets. It'd be really, this is when sports is really getting crazy. Imagine if 2K got so dope, it would be like 5-on-5 for real.
I'm trying to see if that's what it is.
There's no way, man.
The NBA 2K League players plays on a custom version of the NBA 2K video game. Players compete as unique custom characters, not avatars of NBA players, in a 3-on-3 and 5-on-5 gameplay. No AI is used. Playing ability is strictly determined by skill. So they're not even using the players from the league. So you get drafted as individual players. And this is an esports league joint venture between NBA and a company called the Two Take Interactive. And there are 22 NBA teams that have teams with, and the current champions, I don't know when this was written, are the Warriors Gaming Squad, 5-on-5 affiliate of the NBA's Golden State Warriors.
So here's the confusion.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing somebody online, it has to be this way. Lateral. Because if I was playing you, where does it determine who's going up? Because usually when you go up, it shows...
What do you mean? This is like from what I'm understanding, this is a basketball league.
Right.
Digitally. So you get drafted.
I'm skip past
Okay.
that. So if you ever watch a NBA video game, whoever has offense, you see the back of them.
Right.
So if I'm playing you, does the camera turn for both of us, or if we can't be in the same room?
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
So if I'm shooting, and then you block my shot, does it turn around for both of us, or it just stays like that? You understand that?
Yeah.
You confusing?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did glitch. Shut up.
I love technology and where it's taken us, and it just shows you like how much opportunity there is for money, and us not understanding like necessarily how big Twitch is, how big these leagues are.
Right.
When people are just like, oh, I'm just gaming on this and that. Like, there's so many opportunities to make money, and so many creative avenues and expressions and jobs for people to have.
You know what really sucks, man? Going back to being just good enough. Imagine being just good enough for a long time and you never get your break.
Yeah.
It's like, God, Mom, I'm telling you, I'm super good. I'm really good. When I get, is this that last game? I get so nervous. I can't figure it out. Get a job. Get a job.
That's life, baby.
That's life.
That's life.
But what happens is when you actually fall for it's time to get a job and you have no experience and you're a grown man. You have never had a job.
I play video games.
I play video games. And now you're trying to get a job as a software engineer, or you're trying to get a job as like, a tester.
I mean, and I feel like there's skill sets and there's even jobs in that world. Like, you could be a club manager. You could sign up to work.
Manager?
No, like, we talked about the esports leagues, and there's different clubs and there's different teams. There are clubs that's employing 200 plus people who aren't necessarily gamers,
right?
But they have to make the league work or to help out with the team. Yeah. So it's like you can, like hopefully you've made those connections working in that world, even just being good enough that. Hey, I might not be the top player, but I can be the coach or it can work.
Twilla? Hey, yo, she was a legend back in the day.
Right.
Wow, what are you doing working here?
They call me Spin online,
The concession stand right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yo, you beat me one time. I said, yo, I don't never want to see you in person.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
What you working on, man? You got a new game you get doing something? No, I'm got the hat on. Working that hot dog on a stick at the concession stand. No.
Not the whole scenario playing out.
Jonte Porter.
Is that the person that we said just got banned from gambling? Boy, I tell you. Like, it is really dumb.
Tempting.
It's a rule. It's an explicit rule.
For sure.
To not gamble in the sports that you play in. And it makes sense why.
100%, yeah.
And it's like, if you must gamble, gamble on another sport.
Right. But you can control that. I'm not for it, but he wasn't playing. He was a bench. He could have been great in the future. It's only like his second year, I think. He came from the G League. He was drafted. He was a great player in college. I think he tore his ACL and didn't play his last year, but he still had I think a lot of things were going wrong for him. He was a younger brother of a much better player who plays for the Jazz or Utah, the Nuggets. He's a younger brother. I know his name is Porter Jr. Look up Porter Jr.
Not Jonte. I was looking up Jonte.
No, Porter Jr. is his brother.
Corbin? No. Who's Corbin Porter? Okay.
Just type in Porter Jr.
I hear you.
He was
Michael.
Michael Porter Jr. Yeah.
He's a cutie.
And he's much better. He's incredible. But the younger brother is not. And,
It happened.
And I'm sure his brother's making $22 million. Look how much he's making. His brother's making. Look at both of their salaries. You could definitely see the discrepancies. And I'm certain he's probably like, I'm tired of living in my brother's shadows, man. And I need to make some extra cash. And how can I control it? Well, I can possibly. Yeah, it sucks, dude. I wouldn't have done it because your whole entire career is.
He signed a. These numbers are too big for me. Like when you start $179,299,750 guarantee, which
5
means
years.
Your annual salary is $35,859,950
a year. A year, but I mean, he's coming. He's an NBA champion. They won last year.
And then Jonte, this is savage. Somebody was like, "Well, what's Jonte Porter's salary?" Poor guy. Earned $2.3 million over 3 seasons with the Grizzlies.
So this is his first year at the Raptors, But you got to divide that number into 3. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey man, it hurts, man.
Yeah.
It hurts. Cause imagine I'm not comparing, but imagine all your siblings are making triple what you make, right?
Right.
You don't want to be the one that's like, hey, I need to borrow extra, blah blah blah. And you could just be like, let me just go kind of just not do the most extravagant things with my money. I can have myself a little 1-bedroom condo, you know. But your wife got an expensive lifestyle. You got children.
Right. But so I know he was banned, but it was strictly because he was caught. He was caught gambling on a NBA
several
NBA games. Yikes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, I feel like the Dodgers for a minute thought they were about to lose Ohtani for the same thing, being like, you know, this looks messy.
I really want to know how to get caught though. Like, what is his strategy? Like, was he?
Spicy said still more than 76K.
Oh, more than the girls.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it sucks, dude. But I want to know what was it like. He knew it. Like, if you had came to me and was like, Dion, I know you about to work on the VMAs. Can you please? Remember, I didn't tell you about Beyonce. Remember that? Beyonce was performing. It was a surprise guest. She was, and this was her baby reveal when I was working on the VMAs.
I was like, Dion, why didn't you tell me?
I didn't tell you. I did not tell you.
He picked me up from the airport the same day and all.
Yeah. Did I invite you to the show?
You probably did invite me to the show, but I came back sick that day. Remember, I was gone. I was out of it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew Beyonce was on the show, and this was her baby reveal. And they said, please don't tell nobody. It was a closed rehearsal. I was in there. And
I was going to say, who was I going to tell? Lori. I would have called her immediately.
Yeah.
Girl, Beyonce pregnant.
Right.
I didn't sign the NDA. Dion told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot. Like, especially you get deeper, you just can't share certain stuff no matter how incredible it is.
Yeah. And you guys just be like, did you know? I did.
Can you guess which the top 10, well, we're not going to do the top 10, but like which sports on average makes the most money?
Most sport, the sport that makes the most money.
Like if you play this game on average, you make more than most people.
Are we talking about per game? Because it's a lot different. It's different when it comes to...
No, not per game. Just your...
Because I would say boxing, because it's the most dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Boxing is on the list. It's not the top, but so on average, a boxer makes all the sports.
The top boxer?
No, I'm doing average. So like, hold on, professional boxers. Keep in mind, professional boxers have to pay for their own travel, management fees, training sessions. After all these fees and expenses, on average, boxers can take home $3,125 per month, or $37,501 per year. So on average, I'm not talking about top people, people professionally in the sport. On average, what do they make annually? So boxing doesn't sound worth it to me.
At all. At all.
Doesn't sound worth it.
I would do UFC.
UFC.
It got to be up there because that's worse than boxing.
MMA, is that the same
MMA,
thing? Yeah.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah. Not worth it. $68,500 on average.
A year or
on
per
year.
game?
On year, per year.
Yeah,
Without big name agents or a fighters union, MMA find themselves at the mercy of whatever the payouts the promotions offer.
I need this money, man.
The highest paid MMA fighter made $48 million in 2020. But on
48 million.
But on average.
Yeah, first timers is getting scraps.
Yeah.
Soccer. This is a world league.
Yeah.
It's always Olympics. Is there Olympics soccer team?
Yeah.
But isn't it always USA versus the world?
You have Spain. Oh, you mean winning?
Is there a United States Olympic?
So there is a USA Olympic team. So soccer has several games. So you have clubs, right? You have the LA club, the Charlotte club. Those are like the teams. But when it comes to the Olympics the Olympics does the Team USA. I don't think the World Cup is Team USA. It's like different leagues versus each other. Really? Yeah.
But no, I've always said USA versus Brazil, right?
For soccer.
Right, but
World Cup. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So is that the
it's
same?
not always the same team, I don't think. They're two different events.
I know it's two different events, but I'm thinking it's the same players. Like if it's like, hey, we won the championship, we just come back for Olympics.
Because World Cup is annual, you know what I mean?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like it should be the same players if United States is playing around the world, right? Am I tripping, y'all? Is that weird to ask? Cause I know there's local soccer teams, but those local soccer teams are not being televised to the world. They're just local soccer teams. I know, like Dayton, Ohio has like a baseball team that's called the Dayton Dragons.
But the World Cup, like the Premier Leagues, it's different. I don't even want to.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so there are the U.S. national men's soccer team. There's a national team. But then there's a USA World Cup, and there's a bunch of teams that play within that.
Right. So
that's a whole other thing. Yep. So back to, you asked about soccer. Soccer players average 3.9 million a year. While not as popular as the sport here, it's one of the highest paying sports on the planet.
Boom.
With a lot of athletes who are household names in hundreds of countries.
Boom.
So this fame comes with fortune and lots of it. The average salary for soccer players depends on what league they're in. There are dozens of them around the globe. And usually if you're a professional soccer player, you're doing well. So in China, the top soccer players in the Chinese Super League can earn over $1 million a year. Mm-hmm. But the highest salaries are in the England Premier League, where the players make $3.1 million a year on average.
Yeah, there it is.
And the highest paid soccer player made $105 million in 2020.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Baseball.
Baseball, good job. Number 2, baseball players make $4.36 million.
Crazy.
There has been a decline in viewership. Mm-hmm. But it sits at the number 2 spots because athletes earn an average of $4.36 million per year. And this is because the MLB is not bound by a salary cap, which we saw with the signing of Ohtani, meaning the teams have no limits imposed on the total amount they can spend on the player's salary. 7 of the top 10 earners are starting pitchers who all make at least $31 million a year. And this says the highest paid baseball player in 2020 made $37.7 million.
2020.
In 2020. But Ohtani was signed this year, and his contract, I think, is over a 5-year period. No, 10-year. But $700 million is his terms.
Crazy.
Yeah. No salary cap.
So, I don't want to answer more questions.
Because I ain't got no answers. Yeah. But
football.
American football. We talking about American football?
I don't know about American football because there's so many players. It's like 50 players.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them on this list. Hold on. Yeah, I'm lied. They're number 5. Football players make $3.3 million on average. Because it's one of the most popular sports in our country. NFL players earn on average $3.3 million. Atlanta Falcons average the most with $4.7 million. Salaries for the NFL players have been on the rise for decades. In the early 80s, they made only $90,000. So I feel like on this average, I don't know, because I feel like there's a lot of bench players who don't make that much, but because there's so many other people on the team that make way more, that the average is skewed. Yeah.
Do you think you made $1 million in your lifetime? Think about it.
Thinking about it.
For those in the comment section, do you think you've made $1 million in your lifetime? Think about your salary now, your annual salary, and just double it according to how many years you've been born. I know you haven't made that the entire life, but just think about that. That's crazy to think.
Yeah, my head hurts trying to do that math. Like, I was even thinking, I remember my first year out in LA, I did my taxes. That meant said 23,000.
Yeah.
How did I survive?
Yep.
23,000.
Yep. You think you made $1 million in your entire lifetime, Big Sis Chris? Because it's like let's just say everyone is making 6 figures, right? Mm-hmm. This is on a good day. I mean a good year, right?
You mean make, not bring home, right?
Let's just say you bring home, all right?
I ain't brought home $1 million.
I said 1,000. I mean,
You said $1 million. Bring home
no, 6 figure.
Right, but no, you started off. Your initial question is, have you brought home $1 million?
Have you brought home $1 million in your lifetime?
Right.
I said, okay, just for let's think your salary, what you're making now, and how many years you've been working. And this is me saying you've had the same exact amount that you've made now up until you like 16, right? Let's just say.
Oh, if I started at that.
Right, because I know obviously is in favor of versus we know you make less, at 16.
Yeah.
Got it?
Uh-huh.
So I've been working since I was 16. So that, let's just say that has been 26 years.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just say 26 years, 27 years times 27. Oh, yeah, well. And I know I haven't. So that, I know I haven't made 2.7 million. Yeah, I don't. Let me see what they say.
I've made a lot of money.
Yeah.
If at this rate.
At this rate. Right.
Yes.
At this rate. At this rate, making 100,000. I know I haven't. So I'm gonna say.
Because even at 16, you weren't working full time.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
You worked that good 10 hours a week.
Yeah. So yeah, if you worked, there you go, Moyo, 50,000 a year, in 20 years, yeah. Yeah. Yes, I have. Make me thinking of. So what I'm saying is the fact that we had to think about it lets me know that these people are getting paid they're getting paid $700 million. Think about that. They're getting paid $700 million.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about, have I even made $1 million yet?
It sure don't feel like it.
It's wild to think about. It is wild.
Yeah.
Have I made $1 million yet?
Caitlin's having the same conversation as the highest paid NBA player.
Yeah, she just came in.
WNBA player. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's insane. I remember to do Terminator. It was first time ever. Terminator 3. Arnold Schwarzenegger got paid $70 million to do that movie. And I was like, gosh, dude. I was like, $70 million to do a movie that you were already the man at. And the movie technically flopped.
Yeah.
Because nobody really likes. I liked it.
I even go to like Friends when they started making it. Was it $1 million per episode?
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
The viewership was nuts.
That's so crazy. But I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
It comes back to the WNBA. They could have paid them more.
100%.
Who's paying it though? So I think it comes down to viewership and support. Like if you Google or on YouTube watch a WNBA game, let's just say regular season, look in the stands. You're gonna see very, very spotty. It's gonna look like Kevin Durant's hair.
Stop it.
Very
That's rude.
spotty.
You didn't have to do that, my
I
friend.
didn't do that.
You didn't have to do that.
I didn't do that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then people's not buying jerseys, and it's kind of weird, like to buy a woman's jersey.
Please explain your sexism.
It's because it's cut different.
You
know?
can buy a men's jersey with the woman's name on it.
No, it's cut different. The women's jerseys are cut
Can't you
different.
just buy it? But I'm saying like,
No,
you can't buy
it
like
literally is cut different, as in like it's cutting up right here so you don't see the breast on the side.
I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Buy a men's jersey.
Buy, like, you know how there's men's tees and women's tees. I could go on the website and I would say with a certain design and get it as a men's jersey or a women's jersey. I could choose the style.
Show me the difference of men versus women.
Okay. I'm going on to Fanatics. I don't know.
You got Mel said, no, you can't. They don't make men versions for their jerseys.
Well, then that's their problem. They need to start doing that.
Thank you, Mel.
So this is the women's jersey, and you're saying
it's it's really tight right here, so you don't see no side boob.
Got it. So y'all could just be wearing shirts.
And it's cut like it curves in to accentuate the curves.
I'm just Googling now because y'all taught me something. I just thought y'all could always buy like a jersey, like we get to buy men's stuff. And they're like, nah. Who are these people? What are these websites? Well, then that's the thing. That's an area they can work on.
Go on the Thusky website. There's a cut. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it just says adult, and they're out of stock. So somebody's been buying them. Wow. Thanks for teaching me that.
Hey,
Learned something.
I mean, women got different fashion. Different cuts.
Well, I'm just saying, like, yes, I understand what you're saying with the actual jersey that the women wear, but it would make sense
to do men
to have an option to choose men's sizes or styles.
It's kind of silly though. I mean, it's
this is the sexism.
I know. It's kind of silly to be like, oh, you got on Angel Reese's jersey? Yeah, huge fan, man.
You like sports?
Sure.
Why is it so okay for a woman to sport a man's name and likeness?
Because if it wasn't a men's jersey, the jerseys are built differently because men's bodies are built differently. Women's bodies curve in, so it's cut for women like that. So
I understand the
style. So if it was a Angel Reese's jersey cut in a man's style,
right?
The design is still girly though. It is like it has like a little like paisley on some of the collars and stuff.
I mean, like men wear pink, men wear paisley. I'm not buying it right now. Right. I'm not buying it.
All right. Sure, I hear you. But I don't think, I can't even think of like, how would you feel if I had like on a Black Widow outfit for Halloween?
It's Halloween. Sure, it's Halloween.
You're gonna be Halloween.
Yeah.
You fine with that? If I had on Gamora's outfit just for no reason, I can't even think of a woman actress or iconic figure that I won't look silly wearing it. Like if I had Princess from Star Wars, the little Cinnabons right there. Yeah, Princess Leia. Like, oh, what you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm supporting Star Wars, man. You know, I didn't want to do the whole Darth Vader thing. You know, what is a woman's attire that it's totally acceptable for a man without being like, hey, you cross dressing?
A jersey. Back to it. A jersey.
A jersey.
Yes.
All right.
That's my answer. Stick it to
it. And they're cut different, so you don't show cleavage. So, you know, it'll look like a man has his jersey on backwards.
Listen, all I'm saying is high WNBA jersey designers, people selling in your store. Mm-hmm. How about you create opportunities for women to make more money by offering sizing and styles that men will also wear while putting the woman's name and team on the jersey. That's how jerseys work. Yeah. Let's do it like that. It's no issue.
You gonna buy a jersey?
Yeah, I'm about to buy. I'm trying to get season tickets.
Okay. Whose jersey you gonna buy?
Angels.
She doesn't play for the Sparks.
Oh, you saying specifically for the Sparks? Because you asked me if I'm buying a jersey.
Yeah.
In general.
But you said about buy season tickets.
Well, I'm buying season tickets out here because this is where I live.
Right, but you gonna buy.
But you're saying what jersey I'm gonna wear when I'm there?
Slow down. You're about to buy a jersey.
Yes.
To support Angel Reese.
Right.
But you're also about to buy Sparks tickets. So you're gonna wear this jersey at the Sparks game?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Can't I support in multiple ways?
Yes, you can. But who are you supporting at the Sparks game?
I don't know.
Just support the home team.
I'm supporting the home team, but I also feel like Angel deserves my support.
Okay. The way you think is bananas. Sure, buying you. What team does she play for?
I don't even know.
Exactly. So just stick with the Sparks.
Dion, your excitement is appreciated, but very extra. Because that's like saying I can't go support a Rams game because I have like
a Tom Brady jersey.
Right.
It's like, why did you buy the Tom Brady jersey? Because I like him as a player.
Yeah, I can like multiple things about a game, a person, a sport.
Yes.
Or have multiple reasons for wanting to support.
Right.
So I'm saying, hey, the WNBA needs more visibility. Mm-hmm. I enjoy basketball. I have not in the past been a person that has gone out and supported the WNBA.
Right.
But these are my contributions. This is how I can start. One, I could go and buy season tickets and go to some games. Some Sparks games. That's me supporting the home team.
Right.
And also, I've seen what Angel has done for the culture. So let me support Angel.
This is not through happenstance, though. I hear you. It's like you're going to you have a chance to make it right now. Because there's some great players on the Sparks. So what I'm saying is, it's like you going to an Adidas convention and he's like, but I got to buy these Jordan 1s because they go good with this outfit. It's like, you don't have to do this.
Also, I can buy more than one jersey.
There you go.
I can buy more than one jersey.
There you go.
But your question...
That's how you fix it.
But your question, let's start there because maybe you answered the question wrong and didn't get the... You asked the question wrong and therefore didn't get the answer that you wanted. Mm-hmm. You asked, what jersey are you buying?
No, I said, listen, this is how I started. I said, are you going to support? You said, yeah, I'm going to buy season tickets. I said, are you going to buy a jersey? Yeah, Angel Reese. And I said, well, she doesn't play for the Sparks.
So are you going to buy but you wanted to say, are you going to buy a jersey to support the home team? Because you didn't finish that. So yeah, I'm going to buy a jersey. There's multiple ways to support. That's my whole thing. Multiple ways to support the WNBA.
Right.
Whether you go to the game or just simply buy a jersey. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was getting
Do you think Angel Reese needs...
Nah, she don't need our money because she got the endorsements on lock.
Thank you. That's what I was going to end it with. Because there's a lot of Sparks players who needs these numbers up.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Dion.
What's up?
Are you looking at the comments? I know you're about to go crazy. In the comments, are we going to read them out?
Yeah, I know she plays for Chicago. So... Be no issues. Angel plays for Chicago Sky. I'll be at the Sparks versus Sky Game, let's go. That's a good twofer right there. If you bought
Nice.
the Angel Reese jersey and went to a Sparks game, she can go to the game in a blouse. What? Sparks have Cameron Brink and Rikia Jackson, both great jerseys to pick up. You gotta get that bench player. hey, I see you. You get that signature. Hey, Maroshala.
The Maroshala? You can also, and I have to say this because, like, you know, with college athletes being able to get income, like if you want to support college athletes, you can also buy their jerseys. And I'm just saying this because I have two cousins that play football, one at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and another one at Colorado State at Pueblo. And their last names are, you wouldn't even give me a chance.
Not bad.
So both their last names are Hamrick. We got Montrell Hamrick and I call him Monty, but he's at Pueblo State in Colorado. And then we have Malachi Hamrick, who plays at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
I think you should say it again, very clean, and make it a soundbite for your cousins.
Hey, if we want to support college athletes who make money, one way to do that is to buy their jerseys. I would love for y'all to go out and support my cousins. We have Montrell Hamrick, who plays at Colorado State Pueblo, and Malachi Hamrick, who plays at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. So go buy these jerseys with the Hamrick name. That's my maternal grandmother and papa, and support them.
Boom.
Yeah.
There it is.
We talked about introducing a new segment on this show.
20 minutes. Go ahead.
And this is just the end, right before we end it out.
Let's do it.
But what we want to do, and we'll start next week, is Deanna and I, in case y'all didn't know, and we do enjoy movies. And I realized for me, even as a person who went to film school, I haven't watched some of these classics that everybody say we must watch. So I want us to watch some classic films, rewatch or watch some new must-watch Black cinema, and also like go through and look at all the different Best Picture films from the past 70-something years, right? So what we're going to start implementing is watching a movie and coming back with our take, some classic must-have movies that you'll watch. And I just looked at my list from this week. And
you think we should watch with the people? Because Moyo keeps saying watch party. I know there's a way to watch it, but
I think a watch party would be fun.
But
no, I'm not saying no but. And if people want to partake, because like I think that will keep us on point to watch these. But I was thinking one of the easiest ways for us to watch it is because Dion falls asleep, in case y'all didn't know. Sometimes if we watch movies too late, he is a morning movie watcher. Is that right?
What?
I would call you a morning movie watcher.
So I watch movies in split. I started at night, and then I fall asleep, and I'm like, okay, go back and watch this last part. Remember, here we go. Finish it off right there. So it's like an intermission.
Right. And I fully expect some of these movies, Dion's reviews, to be like, I fell asleep. To be fair.
Yeah.
But I do think eventually we should start watch parties.
Sure. We should do it.
Sure. We're going to start with the classics.
Okay.
And the classics are films from any time before 1969.
Oh, boy.
These are the black and whites.
Where are you finding this at?
I have lists.
Where are you finding it at?
Oh, where do you actually find these movies?
To watch.
They're online. You can find these.
On
YouTube, Amazon.
Instead of having a book club, we should have like a movie club. And everybody should watch it, and we should come back and
discuss it.
Yeah.
That would be a separate one. Yes, I like that. More content. Good idea.
Yeah.
So the first movie I want to watch.
Gone with the Wind.
No.
Casablanca.
That's a good one. We're going to go classic. In the film, they say all cinema students should watch Citizen Kane. I think I actually have Citizen Kane at home, so we could.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a DVD player?
I do. Right there.
Okay. Citizen Kane. Y'all, this is for the filmmakers. If you don't know, Citizen Kane came out in 1941 and directed by Orson Welles. So that is going to be our first challenge. And we're going to come back with our take, our review.
Does it still hold up?
Does it still hold up?
Is it a best
Or are
picture?
we still talking about this?
Okay.
Only thing I remember from Citizen Kane is Rosebud. What is that?
I have no idea what this movie's about.
So let's do it.
All right. And I do want to mention this movie I watched last night. Very great premise. If you're into the horror genre.
The horror?
If you're into the horror genre, I highly recommend just very well controlled movie. The title might scare you guys. It's called Interview with the Devil. Right? This movie is shot in the 60s. No, shot in the 70s when Johnny Carson was a thing, right? 70s, right? Johnny Carson?
Sure.
Let me tell you about this premise. This guy was always, it's obviously not real, it's fake. This guy was always second to Johnny Carson. And they were trying to figure out how to get the ratings up. I'm not telling you all the story. This is just a premise.
It feels like you're telling the story to me.
First 5 minutes of the movie. It literally is
You're just supposed to give the synopsis.
I'm telling you, this is the voiceover.
Okay.
Like the montage of the movie. The first minute of the movie. He's like, hey, this is, Johnny Maki. And he is a late night talk show host. He comes in second place every single time to Johnny Carson. And he needs to get his ratings up. And that's the movie. And it is wild because he's
Late Night with the Devil?
Yeah, Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
Late Night with the Devil. Obviously the devil's not there, but I was gonna say obviously. But the synopsis, go for it.
A live television broadcast in 1977 goes horribly wrong, unleashing evil into the nation's living rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like found footage.
Sounds interesting.
It's like found footage of a TV show for him to get ratings up, and it's like this is if we don't get no numbers up right here, this show is canceled. And then he's like, let's just get the most craziest people on this show, like the Jerry Springer for Jerry Springer. And he just kind of like, yeah, do it. So yeah, I'm a guy who can do blah, blah, blah. Yeah, go for it. Let's do it. So he was trying to get his ratings up. And then this thing just kept happening. It's the combination of people together was creating like a crazy environment. And people was like, this is not real. This is fake. This is this. So it is wild. And it's shot like the 70s. So it's very generic. It's very not bad, but it's like well done shot in the 70s.
Nice.
Terrifying.
Sounds interesting.
Terrifying.
It does. Let's see before we completely log out. Okay, y'all are here for the movies.
Horror. What is it? Horror?
Horror.
Am I saying it wrong?
Say it.
Horror.
No, I think you're actually saying it right. It's easy to sound like horror.
A horror genre?
Horror. Moyo, yes. I'm including Black cinema in this as well. So we'll have random picks. I was gonna print it out and then cut it, and then I just heard Dion, and so we could just randomly pick. And I heard Dion's voice talking about it's just a waste of money.
Waste of money, yo.
So I did not.
There it is.
Anyway, guys, it's been great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Baldie Locs Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Twilla Amin.
I'm Dion Lack.
And if you're catching this and you're not on the live, it's probably because you didn't get that notification. So first, make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you'll know when we go live, and you can hop in on these conversations with our dear friends over here. What's happening?
I want y'all to see me lose weight before your eyes. Do I look like I'm losing weight, y'all? Doing like 12 losing weight? Yeah. Are we dropping weight before your eyes? Do you see the clothes dripping off my body? Do you see my face getting smaller?
Just keep watching, y'all. Keep watching. It's gonna happen.
I'm exercising.
Yeah, man. Yep. According to the scale, I'm down 2 pounds, and I think that's wrong, but whatever. I take it. Mm-hmm. Is that why you're moving? So people think you losing weight before
I'm trying to get some crunches in.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, y'all.
All right. It's been a blast. Until next week.
Spicy Mo, Ramona, Toodaloo.